We used to come home from every family trip feeling more stressed about the credit card bill than being relaxed. It just felt like making amazing memories had to be expensive. But what if I told you that 10 simple changes now save our family over $1,000 every single year without giving up any of the fun? So in this video, I'm going to be sharing every single one. That feeling of post-vacation budget regret is the worst, isn't it? You spend months looking forward to a trip, you have an incredible time with your kids, and then you come home to a financial hangover that just lingers. We've been there. For years, we figured that big, memorable family trips just came with the big, scary price tag. We'd either cut out fun, just buy here and there just a few short things to save a few bucks. Or we would just swipe that credit card and deal with the stress later. But over the last few years, we totally changed our game. We've built a system of simple, practical hacks that we use for every single trip now. These are not about skipping the good stuff or staying in dodgy places. These are about being smarter with our money so that we can travel more and stress less. So by sticking to all of these strategies, we now save over $1,000 every year. And that money goes right back into our vacation fund for our next family adventure. So if you are ready to stop overspending and start making your family travel dreams a reality, then let's get into it. The first hack is easily one of the biggest money savers on this list. We travel during the off-peak or shoulder seasons. The shoulder season is that sweet spot right between a destination's crazy busy peak season and its quiet off season. So for a lot of places, that's spring and fall. Think like April or May. Sometimes we do March, depending on the destination, and September and October, and sometimes we squeeze in November. So just by shifting our travel dates away from the big school holidays like summer break, Christmas, or even Thanksgiving if you're coming from the United States, the savings are massive. Airlines and hotels live and die by supply and demand. So when everyone wants to travel at once, prices shoot up. They skyrocket through the roof. But when the demand drops and sinks and dips, so do the prices. So we found flights can be significantly cheaper, and we've seen airfare drop as much as 40% compared to peak seasons. Like a flight during Christmas can easily reach 50% more expensive than that exact same flight in early September. And the best part, you can also face way fewer crowds. That means shorter lines for everyone, easier dinner reservations, and just a more relaxed vibe of your vacation. So planning our big trips during these shoulder months is now like a non-negotiable rule for our family during our traveling time. So hack number 2 is all about how and when you actually click that book button, okay? Gone are the days of just crossing your finger and hoping for a good price. We use a strategy for booking flights that stays and consistently saves us hundreds. First up, for flights, we live by the tools, Google Flights, Skyscanner, and Hopper. And if you are traveling with a credit card that does point-based systems like Capital One Credit and their travel, book through there. They also have some good prices, but be careful because they can be more expensive. So you need to use all of these to know so that you can base your prices off of one another, okay? All of these sites let you track prices and send you alerts when the price for your flight drops. It completely takes the guesswork out of trying to time the market. For trips within the country, we usually start watching prices for about 3 to 4 months, and we book them about 1 or 2 months before we go. And for international traveling, we start looking even earlier, around 6 to 7 months ahead, and we book 3 to 5 months out. We've also learned that flying midweek, like on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, highly suggest this, is almost always cheaper than on a weekend. Another pro tip, check nearby airports. Sometimes flying into a smaller, more local airport and you just like take like either a short train ride or a Uber, whatever it's going to be, to your destination can save a shocking amount of money. This little system ensures that we're never paying top dollar. This next one sounds simple, but the savings add up fast, especially with a family. We travel with carry-on luggage only whenever possible, okay? And I know that this is going to depend on how many people, how long your vacation is, and your destination sometimes, okay? So keeping this in mind, but whenever feasible, and if we're going for less than a week, we do carry-on luggage only. Checked bag fees have become the airline's favorite cash cow. For a family of 4, checking a bag each way can easily add over $100 to your trip. The first checked bag might be $35 each way, and then it just goes up from there. And that money we would much rather spend on a gelato or a cool experience. And it's also going to affect what type of ticket you buy, right? So if you're going to get a airline ticket that your bags are included in the fare, your ticket's going to be more expensive. But if you get a ticket where your bags are not included if the bags are not, and checked bags are not included in that airline ticket and you buy them separately or at a later date, it can be much higher than if you had originally purchased the ticket with it included. So just keeping those things in mind, and just know when you go to do it, like, are you having checked bags? How many? And is it a trip that is a length and a destination that you can forego the checked luggage and just bring a carry-on? So to make this work, we have become masters of packing smart. We use packing cubes to squeeze everything in and keep it all organized. Each person gets their own cube for clothes, and sometimes we even have shared ones for things like pajamas, swimsuits, or like our winter gear with hats and gloves and scarves. We also never leave home without our refillable water bottles and our travel size toiletries, more so if we're going to Airbnbs. This stops us from buying overpriced stuff at the airport or in our destination. It might sound small, but not buying a $5 bottle of water or a $10 tube of sunscreen here and there really does make a difference, especially when it's a $5 bottle of water and you have more than 4 people, okay? And they're always thirsty. So it really does make a difference. Plus, sticking to a carry-on makes getting around so much easier. Our 4th hack was a total game changer for our food budget. We always book places with a kitchen and cook some of our own meals. Seriously, eating out for every single meal is the fastest way to blow your travel budget, especially with kids. We have found that getting a vacation rental with a kitchen can dramatically lower our food costs compared to staying in a hotel and eating out all the time. Our rule of thumb is to eat breakfast at our rental every day and as often as we can. On our first day, we try to hit local grocery stores and grab simple stuff like cereal, fruit, yogurt, bread for toast, maybe a roll of paper towels, whatever it might be, okay? Or laundry detergent. It's going to depend because every Airbnb does have different supplies that they provide for you. So you need to note that ahead of time. This alone, right, can save us a ton of money. It is so much faster and less stressful than wrangling everyone at a restaurant first thing in the morning. We also try to pack our own snacks and our own lunches for daily outings when possible. Don't get me wrong, we still love dining out, and trying local foods is a huge part of our travel experience for us. But we do save it for dinners and more of special treats. By cooking just 1 or 2 meals a day, we easily save hundreds on a week-long trip. Hack number 5 is all about the mindset shift. You do not have to spend a ton of money to have an amazing time. In fact, some of our family's all-time best travel memories came from things that were completely free or at a significant discounted cost. Before any trip, we do a little digging online for free attractions and activities in the area. You would be shocked by what you can find. Many world-class museums offer free admission days, and national parks often have fee-free days that you can plan around. We always check the local tourism board's website. It is a gold mine for free concerts, festivals, and events happening when you're there. Some of our favorite free things to do, well, those include visiting local parks and playgrounds, which are great for the kids meeting other kids locally. going for a hike, or having a lazy day at the beach. We've also used sites that list free tip-based walking tours in major cities. By mixing our paid activities with plenty of free fun, we stretch our budget way further and never feel like we're missing out. By the way, if these tips are already sparking some ideas, do me a favor and hit that like button. It really helps me know that what you find is valuable so that I can make more videos like this. Our sixth hack, okay, ditch the rental car whenever you can and embrace public transportation. Renting a car seems convenient, but when you add up the daily cost, insurance, gas, and those insane parking fees in tourist areas, it can be one of the biggest line items on your budget. Using buses, metros, trains, it's almost always cheaper, and honestly, it can be a really fun adventure in itself. Most big cities offer discounted transit passes for tourists or for families that give you unlimited rides for a few days. We've also found that staying just a little outside the main tourist hub can lead to huge savings on your lodging expenses. And as long as you're in like a transit line, it's super easy to get around. And a lot of places, especially in Europe, the public transportation is so good that a car is actually more of a headache than a help, specifically for parking. By using local transit, we not only save a lot of money, but also get a lot more of an authentic feel for this city. Okay, hack number 7 feels like a true travel cheat code. Using credit card points and loyalty programs, this is how we regularly score flights and hotels nights for nearly free. If you're new to this, it's pretty simple. We put all of our 4 regular expenses like gas, groceries on a travel rewards credit card. The key is we pay the balance in full every single month to avoid interest. In return, we earn like points or miles that we can cash in for travel. Many travel cards offer a huge sign-up bonus that can be enough for a round-trip flight like right off the bat. We focus on flexible point programs that let us transfer our points to lots of different airlines and hotels, which give us the most options. For example, some hotel loyalty programs will give you a 5th night free when you book 4 nights with points, which is an incredible value. Even if we don't have enough points for the whole trip, we'll use them to pay for part of it, which still means real cash stays in our pockets. Hack number 8 is so simple, but saves a surprising amount of cash on travel days. Avoiding airport food like the plague. Airport terminals are famous for their ridiculous prices. Those sad-looking sandwich bags, the bag of chips, the bottle of water can easily cost you double or triple what you would pay anywhere else. And with the whole family, those costs multiply fast. We now have a firm rule. We always pack our own snacks and sometimes even full meals for the airport and the plane. We bring sandwiches, fruit, granola bars, and empty refillable water bottles that we can fill up after we get through security. This has saved us from so many meltdowns for both the kids and the adults and costly impulse buys while waiting to board. It takes a little planning before you leave home, but the savings from this one really have added up over a year. The 9th hack is to broaden your definition of a place to stay. Hotels are the classic choice, but there are so many other options that offer more specific and sometimes better values for families. Like I mentioned, we love vacation rentals from sites like Airbnb and Vrbo because a kitchen is a money-saving machine. Plus, renting a 2-bedroom apartment is often like cheaper than getting 2 hotel rooms separately. But you can also explore other creative options. Hostels have really changed. We now offer private family rooms that are clean, safe, and centrally located for a fraction of the hotel's price. For a really unique and budget-friendly trip, you can use house swapping platforms or look into house sitting, which can mean free accommodations in exchange for watering some plants and looking after a pet. So simply like staying a bit outside of the main tourist area, like the main drag, can also slash your lodging cost. By being open to these different styles, you can get more space, a more local vibe, and save a ton, but obviously disclaimer, some extra safety, I think, needs to go into these options, especially if you're traveling with kids. Who are you staying at? Are there cameras there? What is the safety like? Is it on a true, trusted, reputable site? Okay, just some of those little things to extra look into if you are trying to save this money. And finally, our 10th hack is to actually plan for downtime and even shorten your trip if you need to. The two biggest vacation expenses are usually lodging and food, and both are tied directly into how long that you're truly gone. We used to feel this pressure to pack every single day with expensive attractions, which just left us exhausted and our wallets empty. Now we embrace a slower pace. We don't book an activity for every single day. Then free days to just chill at the hotel pool, find a local park, or wander around a neighborhood with no agenda. The kids have truly loved the unstructured time, and it costs nothing. We've also learned that a shorter, more focused trip can be way more fun and affordable than a longer one where you are trying to do so much. It's about being realistic with your energy and your budget, which creates a better travel rhythm for the whole family. There you have it, the 10 hacks that consistently save our family over $1,000 a year. This isn't about being cheap. It's about being intentional. By planning ahead, traveling in the shoulder season, getting creative with our food and lodging, and mixing paid activities with free fun, we've figured out a way to see the world with our kids without the financial stress, which I know is important to other families. Family travel doesn't have to be a once in a blue moon thing. With these strategies, you can make amazing memories and have it be a regular part of your life. Don't forget to download your free travel guide with so much stuff packed in. You can find the link in the description box below. And now I want to hear from you. What's your absolute best money saving tip? Drop it in the comments below. We can all learn from each other. And if you want more practical family travel and budget advice, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification so that you do not miss the next video. Happy travels, and until next time.